Hello everybody, my name is Madison, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. I do a bunch of stuff on this channel. I like plants, I like animals, I like color pink, I like arts and crafts, I like all of the things. If you like all of the things, then you should subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and like the video if you liked it. It would help me out a ton. And today we are going to be talking about all of the plants that I have acquired before winter, because doing anything that involves plants really freaks me out during the winter season, because I tried to repot a plant once in January and it died. So I haven't gotten an orchid since, but maybe I will go back to orchids in the spring. In case you noticed, I have a different backdrops because we moved and we're just looking over the campground during the off season. If you're like, well, what the heck, campground? If you want campground content, let me know. But we work here. This is pretty much our second home, so. But behind me is a big wall of bear stuff. So I tried to cover it up with this tapestry because sports is not really my vibe here. So I'm sorry if you could see any of it peeking through, but I tried my best. But yeah, plants. Let's talk about plants. But yes, these are all the plants. They're all behind me. I have 6 of them to talk about today. And before we begin, I just wanted to say that I have this huge scab above my lip. It's because I popped a huge blackhead that was right there. Sorry if that's distracting. Sorry. Oh, we are going to start with the little guys and then work our way to the big boy. So this is the littlest guy that I got. He's just a little air plant. I don't know what kind of air plant. If you know what kind of air plant this is, let me know. But yeah, so it came on like a little wooden tree girl, but I haven't brought it to the new place yet. Yeah. That's my cute little air plant. I really want to start collecting air plants. I think they're so cool, and you can just pop them wherever you want. Well, not wherever you want, but I think they're really fun, and I want to get like a really big one and like mount it on the wall or something. But yeah, I've had no issues with this rotting at the crown or anything. Yeah, once a week I just soak it upside down like this. I have just like a little tiny bowl. Actually, I'll go get the bowl and show you. Okay, so how I care for this guy is about once a week or so, or once I start to see like the tips of the leaves start to get a little wilted and thirsty looking, I will take it and I will place it down like that in this little cup, so that it's getting all the water on the tips, but I'm getting no water in the crown. And if I want to moisten this bottom bit, the butt, a little bit, I'll just spray with a spray bottle. And I let it soak. Honestly, I've soaked it for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and I've soaked it for 8 hours because I forgot. And it did fine both times. I think the longer you can soak it, the better. And then after it's done soaking, I place it down on my table until it completely dries, and then I put it back up on the little wooden girl stand thing that is not here at the moment. But yeah, this is my air plant. I love this plant very, very much, and I really want to start collecting air plants. So if you know of any types of air plants that you think I should get, let me know, because I want to collect them all. Okay, so the next plant I want to talk about, I'm going to butcher these names so bad, but it's the Portula Caria Afra Variegata. And that is how my phone pronounced it. Don't come at me, okay?
Portula Caria Afra.
Portula Caria Afra. Or the other name is the variegated elephant bush. It is very, very cute, and they call it the elephant bush because where they grow, elephants like to eat them. Isn't that so cute? So technically, I guess you could eat it, but I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know if it tastes good or not. I haven't tried it. But yeah, and I also don't know if there's a difference between if it's edible, whether you get like the all green version or the variegated version. I don't know. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. I'm not a toxicologist. But yeah, it's very, very cute. So how I've been taking care of this plant is I have been putting it in the brightest spot that I could find. Because I think this is technically a succulent. Is it a succulent? I don't know. It was in the succulent section, so I don't know. But so I've been putting this in the brightest spot that I can find. It was under grow light for a hot minute, and it did really good. It grew like a bunch of new shoots. And yeah, so I put it in really bright light. I think my grow light would have been considered direct light, and now it's in a west-facing window on a windowsill. And it's done good in both of those places. I actually need to water this guy, but I water this guy once. You can see like a little bit of wrinkling on the leaves, like when you feel it, they don't feel as plump, you know. I don't know if you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I need to water this guy after this video. But obviously with all watering, you water it thoroughly until water drains out the bottom, and then you put them back. And that's this. The variegated elephant bush. I love it very much. I cannot wait until it starts to grow out even more because I have an idea for it. I have this really cute, like realistic, like little piglet planter, and I really want to put this in there because these guys, these are really popular to do bonsai with. I don't know if I want to bonsai it because they can also trail. And I think it would look really cute in my like little piglet planter to have like this coming out and like trailing over him. I don't know. But yeah, variegated elephant bush. I don't know why more people don't talk about this cute little plant. I love it so much. I think it's super underrated. I should do an underrated plants video because I have quite a few that I think deserve more love. But yeah, variegated elephant bush. Very cute. And my mom just randomly got this planter from, I don't know, somewhere. It doesn't have a drainage hole, but it's really cute. It's a little hedgehog, and it looks very cute in here. But yeah, variegated elephant bush. Okay, so the next plant I want to talk about is my snake plant, Sansevieria. I know it's not a Sansevieria, but I think we can all agree that it's a Sansevieria. I don't think we're all going to change our tune anytime soon. But yeah, I don't know which form this would be considered. That's what I hate about buying plants from like big box stores, because all it says is 4-inch foliage. Thank you. Thank you. That helped me tremendously. But yeah. I haven't seen too much growth from him. I mean, he was at my old house. Well, not old house. That's still my house when we don't have to be here anymore. But in my other house, it was like 8 feet away from a south-facing window, and I don't think that was bright enough because I have not seen barely any growth from this. And when I bought it, it had another leaf coming out like this way. And when I got it, it was just a little bit crispy on the edge, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's fine. But my dumbass, I know you shouldn't do this, but because if you don't know this about snake plants, if you notice like any crisping or anything and you cut it off, they don't like that, and it'll just spread all the way down the leaf. They're very dramatic about it. They like to hold on, if you know what I'm saying. So I tried to cut off a crispy bit, and the crisp spread all the way down, and now the leaf is no more. But I learned my lesson. Don't cut pieces off of your snake plant. They don't like it. But yeah, so how I've been taking care of this guy, well, now it's in my west-facing window, and I think he's been doing a lot better. But that windowsill is kind of cold and really dry. I have a humidifier going on it right now, but he seems to like it. And I water this when the soil is completely dry and like bone dry, even wait a few more days after that, and then I water him thoroughly. I water this guy maybe like every 2 weeks, I'd say. And yeah. Snake plant. I thought he was very cute. Okay, so don't judge me on this next one. I just can't believe I let this happen. Because it's such an easy to care for plant, or so I thought. The internet tricked me because this plant has been giving me nothing but grief, and some of y'all might be really surprised about this. But this is my struggling syngonium. I don't know which syngonium it is. I'm guessing just from the way the veining looks, I think it's the strawberry kind because the vein in the middle is pink. But yeah, this syngonium is really sad, and I don't understand how it got to this point. Well, maybe I could tell you. But so we have lots and lots and lots of crispy leaves, and there's lots of new growth coming in at the base. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. So lots of new growth is coming in at the base, but they've all been getting stuck. I don't know if you can even see what I'm talking about, but they all have been getting stuck and not wanting to come out. Right there's a really good spot, if you can see that. So it's been getting stuck and not growing. And a lot of these top leaves are not unfurling, so I know it's a humidity issue, which I did not expect to need this much humidity for a syngonium. I have it's literally right next to the humidifier, and I turned this pot into a pebble tray, and I'm spraying it every night, and I'm just hoping that does it. But I was not expecting this plant to need that much humidity. Like, oh my God. I don't know what I signed myself up for, but I'm hoping that it'll pull through. If you have any tips or if this has happened to you, please let me know. But I'm convinced that I'm the only one, because everyone else in the world thinks that syngoniums are the easiest plant in the world to take care of, but I've been having some struggles. And I also had a moment where I forgot about it and I didn't water it until it was completely slouched and wilted. It popped right back, but I don't think I should continue doing that. It didn't like that, because right after I forgot about it and then watered it, it did this. And I've been trying to water it more consistently since, but that didn't seem to do the trick. So I'm doing all the humidity things that I can in hopes that some new growth will come in and then everything will be fine and dandy. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you would do in this situation. I guess all I could do is sit and wait. I definitely am going to repot this in the spring, because they packed this thing full of stems, and there's probably hella roots in here, and there's some roots coming out of the bottom. The roots are very healthy, so I don't think it's a root problem. It's definitely a humidity problem. But yeah, I have been keeping this in my west-facing window, and at my other house I kept it under a grow light. I don't know if maybe the grow light was too much and I couldn't keep up with the watering with how bright the grow light was. I don't know. There could be a lot of things going on with this, but yeah. That's my situation right now. I'm just hoping that with all the humidity I'm giving it, it will pop back and we can act like this never happened. But yeah, you live and you learn, I guess. The next plant that I got, I was really excited when I saw this at Home Depot, and I think it was the only one left because I didn't see any more of them. But I got the Peperomia obtusifolia variegata, and I am in love with this plant right now. I just love like the big, round, shiny, waxy leaves. I think it's so pretty. And I've only had this plant for not even a week, so I don't know if my care is perfect or not, but I'm keeping it in my west facing window. I haven't even watered it yet. It's not dry yet since I got it from Home Depot, because Home Depot tends to keep their plants pretty wet. But yeah, I am really enjoying this plant and I haven't had any issues yet. I don't know if I'm speaking too soon, but yeah, I am extremely happy with this purchase. And if you have any tips or warnings about this plant, please let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, peperomia. And this is my first peperomia, so I'm really excited about that. And let's just move on to the last plant. We're saving the best for last, okay? So, rolling up my sleeves here because this is a big boy. The last plant that I want to talk about is, you can't even see my face, is this philodendron hope. Like, oh my god, the second I walked into the plant section, I screamed. Because this plant, I've been doing a lot of, like, you probably do this too, where you go online and you look at a bunch of different online shops and you just kind of pretend like you're gonna buy a bunch of them and then you just exit out of the website and you don't go back. I was doing that and I kept going back to this plant. I've been wanting to buy one really bad. And it was just fate, I guess, because I walked into Home Depot and I saw it. It was big, it was beautiful, and I had to have it. And again, I haven't even had this for a week yet, so I don't know if my care is spot on, but I have it right next to the peperomia in my west-facing window. And all of the windows around here don't have like any coverage or trees around them. They're pretty bright windows. And yeah, haven't had to water this guy yet because again, Home Depot keeps their plants very wet. But yeah, when I bring new plants home, I just pop them in their spot. I let them readjust. I don't really bother them that much. And the first night, I give them a neem oil treatment. And I like to quarantine for... I like to quarantine for a month, but if I am really looking at them and I can tell they don't have any pests, then I will throw them into my general population in less than a month, maybe like a week or two. But yeah, philodendron hope. And I just cannot wait until this plant is big and beautiful. It's already big and beautiful, but I want it to be gigantic and beautiful. And yeah, that's pretty much all the plants I wanted to talk about today. So those were all the plants that I wanted to talk about today. If you want me to talk more in depth about a certain plant and their care, let me know and I will gladly do that for you. Again, subscribe to my channel, like this video if you liked it, and leave a comment down below of any plants that you have been stocking up on for the winter, or just any plants you've been excited about in general. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!